In the Sunshine State of Florida, Governor Ron DeSantis continues to make headlines with his bold legislative decisions. Recently, he signed 2 bills into law in the historic city of St. Augustine.
Amendment gives us the right to say what we want.
Shut
when
the
you think about
fuck
it.
up!
A law that protects law enforcement officers by allowing police to arrest individuals who harass them. A clear testament to the governor's strong support for law enforcement.
Hello my freedom-loving family. This is another video from space. Remember, if you don't stand up for your rights, you don't have any rights at all. Know your rights, and share them with everyone.
It prevents civilian review boards from overseeing police departments. This legislation is viewed by some as a potential hindrance to transparency and accountability within law enforcement agencies.
You are interrupting my rights, bro.
Your rights end
No.
where my nose begins.
So we're going to do a couple bills that I think provides support for people who are wearing the uniform.
If you don't deep throat the boot, then you don't support the police.
Yeah.
If you don't deep throat the boot, then you don't support the police.
Yeah.
And recognizes that, you know, we've got some strange currents going on in our society right now that really seek to delegitimize law enforcement and what they're doing.
And we wonder, how did evil get a foothold in Germany, in the Soviet Union? It was because of the blithe compliance of all the authorities that one after another down the food chain said, yeah, I'm going to look out for myself, rather than do what's right and say, no, this is wrong.
First bill, SB 184, is going to prohibit the harassment of a police officer or first responder when they're actively doing their job. You shouldn't be in a situation where you're at a traffic stop, you're responding to a call of someone in distress, and then you have people come trying to interdict or trying to harass you from performing your duty. So if you do that, you know, we view that as a problem.
No.
The other bill is HB 601, and what it's going to do is it really puts the kibosh on these extrajudicial investigations against law enforcement. They'll set up these things called citizen review boards. Usually,
I have certain rules I live by. My first rule, I don't believe anything the government tells me. Nothing.
it's got to be done in ways where you have the sheriff or chief of police appointing people, because the sheriffs and the chief of police, they have an interest in ensuring that their personnel are conducting themselves appropriately as well. Feel that they have a lot of support from the state, from the local government,
and despite of the injustice that Virgilio had to live through, he was in prison for close to 10 months. Today, finally, he will be released from federal custody. It took a long journey to get here. It took a village.
What, in your view, should have been done differently?
I think the state attorney's office knew a long time ago that this case should have been dropped. Why they took almost 10 months to do it, that's something you guys are going to have to ask. And that's something that Volusia County voters are going to have to remember when they go to the voting booth. And the same thing applies to Sheriff Robert Hardwick.
That if you look at the run we've had over the last several years, I don't think there's anyone that can match what we've done to protect the citizens of this state, but particularly to ensure that we respect and protect the men and women who wear the uniforms.
Sergeant Deputy Michael Kunovich was legally out with a person that was at a permanently closed business in the area of 16 and 95. He checked out with him simply to say, hey, why are you on this property trespassing? That was a simple thing, simple task. As the body camera footage will come out and show you, it was by the book, textbook, and all the suspect had to do was comply.
Hella boring. How you say so much and have nothing to say? You are all opinions, I am all facts. You are insignificant, fall back.
All the suspect had to do was comply. However, according to Florida statute, a person must be first warned to leave from the landowner, and then they have to remain on the property after being warned to leave to be guilty of trespassing. Clearly, this isn't the case.
His actions continue to shape Florida's political landscape and influence national discourse. Remember, political awareness is key in understanding the world around us. Stay informed.
So tired so mean. Don't you know you're